Now this is the second lecture of the AWS MCP full course where I'm going to show you how to install Amazon Q CLI as a client for AWS MCP servers. So if you missed the first lecture, check out the link in the description to the first video. Now, before we proceed ahead, please note this video series is part of my best-selling Udemy course on Build AI Agents with Amazon Bedrock Agents, Kiro AI, and MCP. Please do go ahead and check out this course. The link is in the description. Also, if you're looking to learn Amazon Bedrock and Generative AI, you can also check out my other course on Udemy with more than 20,000 students. Okay, now let's continue. Now in the previous lecture, we learned that there are three key components of MCP, which are the host, client, and MCP server. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with host, where we're going to use the VS Code, and then for a client, we're going to install Amazon Q CLI so that we can access the MCP servers. If you are on a Mac or Linux system, then you can just go to this link that I have here. So you can just search Amazon Q CLI and just go to this URL. So you land on this page, and then on the left hand side just click on this installing, and you can see here for Mac OS you can just follow the steps that have been highlighted here, and then if you are Linux then you can follow these steps that have been highlighted here. Now if you are a Windows user, I'll show you the commands that you need to run, because the Amazon Q CLI does not directly run on Windows at this moment. So if you don't have VS Code, just go to Google and search for VS Code and install the VS Code. So you can just go to VS Code, download, and then just download the VS Code for your OS. So I've just created this demo folder on my local system, and I have this Amazon Q CLI install instruction guide. So I'll just click on this file, open folder, and then just click on this demo folder and select folder. So I'll just click on this Amazon Q CLI install, and this guide has opened here. Next, I'm just going to click on this terminal and new terminal. Okay, I'm just going to push it a little up. So the first thing you need to do is you need to install this Windows subsystem for Linux, which is WSL in short. So you need to run this command WSL -- install. So I'll just copy this and I'll just paste it here and hit the enter. But I've already installed it, so I will not install. But if you have not used WSL before, you need to install this. Okay, let me just clear out this command. To check whether WSL has been installed correctly, just type WSL -- version, and it will give you the version of WSL, and you can see here I have 2.5.9.0. Okay, now once this is done, just type clear. Next, I'm going to install a virtual Ubuntu instance, and for that I will type this command. So let me just paste it here, and it's going to take a few minutes. So it took a few minutes, and now you can see it has taken me to a folder structure which is very similar to Windows. So now what I will do is I'll go to the home directory of this WSL environment, and for that I'll just type cd, and let me just do a clear. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to install some packages, and for that I will run this command. So for you, it might ask for a username and password that you should provide, and then you should save that username and password safely, because it's going to ask you the password in future. So I've already set my username and password, so let me just provide my password. Okay, now it's done the unzip. Let me just do a clear. Next, what I need to do is I need to download this zip file with the installer. So I'll just copy this command, and let me just paste it here. Okay, it took a few minutes. Now I need to unzip this q.zip file. So let's do that. Okay, so it's asking me, I already have this q.zip file. It's asking me if I want to reinstall or replace this, and I will just say yes. Maybe you might not get this command if you're doing it for the first time. So do you want to replace q-readme file? So I'll just say yes. Again, I'll just say yes. Okay, now replace q/bin/q term. And probably you might not get it if you're doing it for the first time. Okay, now we're done with that. So let me just do a clear. Next, we have to go to this subdirectory q. So I'll just say cd q. Okay, now we are on the q subdirectory. We have to change some permissions for this file. So let me just run this command. Okay, now we need to install this executable install.sh. So if I just do a ls, you'll see we'll have this install.sh file. So let me just copy this command and install this executable. Okay, I don't think I copied the correct command, so let me just copy this again. Okay, now I think I have the correct command here, so let me just run this. So now it says, do you want Q to modify your shell configuration? So it's highlighting yes here, and I will say yes. Okay, now I just need to relaunch the environment. Everything is already set up. So let me just do a clear, and let me just write bash, and it should relaunch our environment. Okay, now what I need to do is I just need to log in, and for that I need to type q login. So it says already logged in, but if you're doing it for the first time, you need to provide your username and password. So maybe I can just say q logout, and now I can say q login just to show you how to log in. And here you will see that it will ask you for the builder ID. So I'll just say use free with builder ID, and then so I'll just paste this URL here, and let me just hit the browser. And you can see here it's asking me for the AWS builder ID. So if you don't have a builder ID, then you can just provide your username and password, and it should create a builder ID for you. If you already have a builder ID, and builder ID is free, so you can just click on this. And in my case, I already have a builder ID. So let me just provide my details. So I just provided my password, and I will say sign in. Okay, so I provide my verification code and say verify. So you can see it's giving me this code, which was here as well, TPSVWMSM. And if I just go here, that kind of matches with it. Just say confirm and continue. And it's asking for access, so I'll just say allow access. Okay, now you can see it's been approved. So if I go back here, and you can see login successful. So let me just do a clear. And now I'll just push it a little up, and let me just say Q chat, and I'll just push it up a little further. So you can see now our Amazon queue has been set up. And maybe I'll just start with something simple and just say hi. And you can see it's now responding. It's saying, hi, I'm Amazon Q, your AI assistant for AWS and development task. And then it says, what can I help you with today? Now we're going to use Amazon Q CLI as the client and this VS Code as the host. Now the third thing we have to do is we have to connect with the MCP server now. And that I'm going to show you in the next video. Thank you.